What's going on, fam, and welcome back to the Solo Leveling Experience. For anyone new and confused about what this all is, this is a series where I dive knee-deep into the Solo Leveling story and break down and analyze every single arc one by one. Last time we watched that Sung Jin-woo got his class change and became the Shadow Monarch, but now it's time to watch him put that power to the test. So without much further ado, let's get into the Red Gate arc. So after his little class change quest, our boy Sung Jin-woo decides to take a break because he is tired, bro. Like, think about it. He has to fight Igris, go to the penalty zone, get jumped by a bunch of knights and mages. Shit is crazy. So our boy's rested at home, but he gets a call from his little sister, Jina. Turns out it's time for a parent-teacher conference. They ain't got no parents right now because their mom's in the hospital, so Sung Jin-woo's gonna have to come in and be the parent. And though our boy is all about that Black Air Force energy when it comes to these dungeons, it will never stop him from being a dope-ass brother. But now my boy's got money, so he's like, nah, I'm not just gonna go to the school and chill, I'm a flex. So first he sets up a new bank account, you know, gets himself a haircut, gets some new clothes, and then when he pulls up to the school, my man is looking pristine, bro. All I can tell you is there's a reason why they call him Sung Drip Woo. It's not only because he has a drip when he's throwing them hands, he has the drip wherever he goes. You see my boy, bro? Like, the fit, it's so simple, but it works. And as he's walking through Jina's school with her, everybody's like, oh my god, he's so hot, how is he so attractive, I want his babies, like, shit is crazy. And then when he meets the teacher, even the teacher's like, oh my god, Jina, I did not know your brother was so cool. But with that, they get down to business. Everything with Jina is fine. She's a smart girl, she's definitely gonna get into her medical school, she'll be good. It seems like the main reason why the teacher wants to talk to Sung Jin-woo is because of Jina's friend, Han Sung-yi. Now, y'all may not remember, but Han Sung-yi actually showed up before. She was one of the girls that was there during one of Jin-ho and Jin-woo's strike raids. Turns out, this girl doesn't want to go to school anymore, she wants to focus on living her life as a hunter. And the biggest problem about this is that she's just an E-rank hunter, y'all. So Sung Jin-woo hears this and immediately is like, nah, I can't let this happen, bro. She's gonna go and get herself killed. I was an E-rank hunter, I know how that shit feels. So the teacher's like, bro, please talk to her, and he's like, I got you, fam. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, I feel like this mini arc didn't have to happen, but I like that it happened. It's cool that we're going into these subjects because I feel like this way of life is still very new to the world. Like, you gotta understand, people started getting powers around like 10 years ago, so this is all still pretty new. This is not like MHA where heroes and villains were established and shit and they had time to figure this shit out. It's still new, so it's understandable when kids are like, I have powers, I can now go live my dreams as a superhero, why do I gotta go to school? And on the same side, you have teachers like, I mean, you could do that, but if you're not strong enough, you can get yourself killed. And even if you don't, is it really worth risking your life to make a living? Like, bro, it ain't worth it. So anyway, with that, Sung Jin-woo confronts Han Sung-yi, but she's not having it, fam. She's like, nah, hunting is my life, I'm a full-fledged hunter, I'd rather hunt these monsters than hunt this knowledge. So Jin-woo's like, you know what? Why should I even try to convince her not to do this? Instead, I'm going to show her what this life has to offer. Because this shit is dangerous, and then once she sees it, she'll, and you know, because your boy Songmin is trying to get on Sung Jin-woo's good side, he's like, I got you, bro. He directs him to a C-rank raid that a White Tiger raid squad is currently going on. Yo, Songmin is really trying to get that bag, bro. I gotta give him credit where credit is due. Like, this dude is working. This guy deserves a raise. Understand, this is all after Sung Jin-woo threatened to kill this man for looking into him, so dude is brave as fuck when it comes to getting them good members for the White Tiger Guild. Anyway, they get there, and though I'm on the side of Han Sung-yi not pursuing her hunting dreams, it is adorable watching her like get lit up from seeing a dungeon. Like, she really does love this shit. She's just not ready for it because from what I can tell, she doesn't even have a weapon, bro. Her pose is hands in pockets. That's all she does. I haven't seen her punch a monster since her debut. But while all this is going on over at the C-rank dungeon, guess who pulls up to South Korea, fam? Hwang Dong-fucking-soo. This guy showed up way earlier than when he was supposed to, and now he's ready for that Jin-woo smoke. Gonna be real with you, at this part, I was stressed, bro. Like, we didn't need this. Jin-woo's just trying to be a good person and help this girl out. Now, Hwang Dong-soo is here, and I was like, Hwang Dong-soo's probably gonna have no problem killing Han Sung-yi. So when I was first reading Solo Leveling, at this part, I was like, bro, is the plot gonna go in a direction where Hwang Dong-soo kills somebody Sung Jin-woo cares about, and then he has to avenge them or some shit? Because I don't want to see someone die. But Hwang Dong-soo is met by Woo Jin-chul, and you can tell just by the aura aura. These guys do not fuck with each other. Like, Woo Jin Cho dead calls him a traitor because dude left South Korea and went to join a guild in America. So when Woo Jin Cho sees him, he's like, hey, what are you doing here? And Hwang Dong-soo does not give a fuck because he's an S rank, so he's like, straight up, I'm here to murder that nigga Sung Jin Woo. But back over to the C-Rank gate, Sung Jin Woo and Han Sung-yi meet up with the rest of the strike squad. There's a few C-Rank hunters, a few B-Rank hunters, and one A-Rank hunter leading it named Kim Cho. Now this guy's a pretty big deal right now. The White Tiger Guild sees him as like a prodigy. They're like, he's probably gonna end up going in S-Rank dungeons, leading more B-Rank raids or whatever, who knows? It's just obvious that they're trying to mold this guy into the best hunter he can be. But the way he's acting, not gonna hold you, kind of a bum. But they enter the dungeon, but shit goes south immediately. Suddenly, the gate that normally is blue turns red. First time this happens. This is about to get crazy, fam. Then the gate closes. Now, what is a red gate? Why is this a big deal? Why was Sung Jin Woo freaking out? So according to what the manhwa says, the red gate traps the people that enter it into the other world that all these dungeons come from. The gate also gets much more difficult. Like, this gate goes up in ranks, bro. Like, it can go from C rank to A rank. Like, if you were not ready for this dungeon, bro, you are really not gonna be ready for if it turns into a red gate. And the only way to break out of this red gate is if somebody breaks it from the outside, which is near impossible because you gotta be OD strong for that shit, or if you clear the dungeon. But people, if you're gearing up for a C rank gate, there is no way you'll be prepared for an A rank gate. Like, they say that, like, you know, a A rank hunter or a B rank hunter can lead a C rank raid, right? But if you have an A rank raid, you need a team of A rank hunters. These guys only have one. And from jump, it's kind of given that this is about an A rank gate, so yeah, they're fucked. So Sangmin is like, oh fuck, and he calls the leader of the White Tiger Guild, Baek Yun-ho. Meanwhile, Hwang and Woo Jin Cho are on their way to the red gate. Before all this, Dong-soo found out that Jin Woo entered a dungeon recently and they got the location. I don't know why this information is in the public. Like, people can really find other people and do what Dong-soo is doing right now with that information. Like, protect your hunters, guys. So they're on their way over there, and the whole time, Woo Jin Cho is just like, why does everybody either fuck with Sung Jin Woo or want to fuck with Sung Jin Woo? Like, what is the deal? I tested him myself. He's trash. What's going on? Back to the red gate, though. These guys pull up and start trying to attack the weakest links in the team. So that's already pretty bad because not only are these monsters stronger, they have strategy, bro. They have tactics. We can't deal with that. But after almost dying, Kim Cho comes with the bright idea of splitting up. Now, I get it. Splitting up kind of sort of makes sense. If you split up and you have the stronger people with you, the chances of you clearing the dungeon is higher because you don't have to get held back by the weaker people. But fam, what about that other squad? Like, he really says all the strong people come with me. The weaker squad is gonna die. If you take all the strong people and you leave all the C ranks in one area, bro, what? So Kim Cho takes all the strong people and he's like, we'll clear the dungeon. And unfortunately, red gates take much longer to clear than regular gates. Apparently a day in the red gate is about an hour in the real world. And on average, you can expect to be trapped in here for about 3 months or some shit. So not only do you have to fight off the monsters, y'all gotta find food, y'all gotta find a place to sleep without getting eaten by beasts. Like, it's not looking good. And let's not forget, Hwang Dong-soo is a drive away. Like, even if Sung Jin Woo pops out the red gate, there is an S-rank crazy sociopathic hunter waiting outside for his ass. I remember reading this on stream and being so stressed to the point where I was asking people like, yo, hold up, is Sung Jin Woo reasonably able to take on an S-rank hunter right now? And people were telling me no, and I was like, bro, they can't kill him off today. Like, we just got here. He just got his Shadow Monarch class. But after the group split up, Hwang Dong-soo actually pulls up. And Baek Yun-ho, bro, if you thought Woo Jin Cho and Hwang Dong-soo didn't fuck with each other, Baek Yun-ho and Hwang Dong-soo from jump, pure hatred. This scene is the epitome of on-site. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that they were both S-rank hunters, I truly believe one of them would have just ran up and decked the other one. So Baek Yun-ho is over here pissed because now he has to deal with this red gate, and he also has to deal with Hwang Dong-soo just, you know, being here. Meanwhile, in the red gate, things aren't looking too bad. Sung Jin-woo is chilling with his half of the team, but one of the members is like, I don't know what it is about this man, but I know he's not just your regular E-rank hunter. Like, this dude definitely has pro tag energy, bro. And just like that, Sung Jin-woo starts showing it off. He's like, all right, I can help y'all with all this. I can save all y'all. I can make sure the majority of you can get out of this gate unscathed. But I need one thing from y'all. Don't ask me shit. If you see me using my powers, don't ask questions, leave it alone, don't talk to anybody about it. Whatever happens here stays in the red gate. And once they all agree, he opens up his inventory and just throws them mad winter coats. So at this point, everyone's shook because this falls under space magic for them. And usually with space magic in this world, you can only hold about 2 items. My man pulled out at least 7 winter jackets. So after that, they walk deeper into the forest and they find ice bears. And Jin-woo's like, hold up, if I put on my wolf title, I'm pretty sure with my bare hands, I could body these guys in one punch. And that's exactly what he does. My man went from Sung Drip Woo to One Punch Man. It's crazy. So now people completely realize they can trust this man to do everything. So he's like, y'all chill. I'll handle all the hunting because I got a solo level, bro. It's the name of the manhwa. So he goes off while everybody's just like, you know what? Fuck it. We're getting food. He's bringing us bear meat. This is fine. We ain't got to worry about shit. So off on his own, Sung finds the boss bear and he's like, I could handle you myself, but nah, I'm gonna let my boy handle my business. He summons Igris and Igris goes off on this bear, bro. Another manhwa Sakuga moment. It looks beautiful. Still not as good as Sung Jin-woo versus Igris, but bro, Igris is like Zoro. He's so fucking cool. Igris going off even leaves Sung Jin-woo thinking that Igris is still stronger than him. Like, imagine being able to summon a beast that is just better than you. I'm pretty now Sung Jin-woo has his own little rival. Meanwhile, Igris is like, you are my lord and I will follow whatever you say. So after beating the bear, Igris then presents the head to Sung Jin-woo like it's a trophy. And Igris extracts the bear boss and he actually gets it. So now not only does he have this big ass bear boss he names Tank, he also has an army of polar bears as well. So it's honestly wild, bro. Like, Kim Cho was like, they're all gonna die. Meanwhile, everybody in Sung Jin-woo's team is out here chilling and eating, and Sung Jin-woo's thriving, bro. Leveled up a few times in here. Speaking of Kim, actually, shit ain't looking too hot for him. We catch him while his whole team is getting eaten by monsters. It's just him now. His shield is fucked up. I think he only really has his hammer and bits and pieces of his armor. Dude is down bad, bro. But right when it looks like it's about to end, the actual boss for this area shows up. The leader of the Ice Elves, Baruka. So Kim dips. He goes running for the hills, fam. He can't fight them. Meanwhile, things outside the gate are getting worse. Since Baek Yun-ho is trying to get more information about all this, Sung Jin-woo's name keeps popping up. So now Baek Yun-ho is curious about Sung Jin-woo, but Hwang Dong-soo is getting annoyed because he's like, hold up, why do y'all know so much about this guy, but I still don't know shit? So he yokes up Sungmin and he's like, someone's lying to me. Y'all better fess up and tell me what the fuck happened to this boy Sung Jin-woo. Is he reawakened or nah? Is he strong or nah? Did he kill my brother or nah? What's the deal? And Baek Yun-ho did not fuck with Dong-soo from jump. He was waiting for a reason to beat this nigga's ass. So he grabs up Dong-soo and he's like, hold up, you ain't gonna attack my bro like that. These two are about to go off and I'm not gonna hold you. Even though this is very dangerous, like they say S-rank hunters fighting it could tear up a whole country. I was pretty hyped. This would be our first S-rank clash in the manhwa and I was like, I'm so here to see what Baek Yun-ho can do and honestly what Hwang Dong-soo can do. But sadly, Woo Jin-cho stops them. And I gotta give my boy credit. My man actually ran in between 2 S-rank hunters when he's only an A rank. This is why Woo Jin-cho's the GOAT, dead ass. Like, I know he's only A rank, but he's the GOAT, bro. Like, y'all gonna see soon, he becomes very reliable. He is a bro. So then Woo Jin-cho's like, alright, I'ma shut all this shit down right now. I can tell y'all I tested Sung Jin-woo right after he left that double dungeon. And I can tell y'all he was still an E rank hunter. Ergo, he's still trash. Hwang Dong-soo, you're wildin', get the fuck up out the country. Then at this point, this man Dong-soo admits that he's not here for revenge. revenge. He's not here to avenge his dead brother. He's only here as an excuse to murder someone. What, bro? This man does not give a fuck. He just wants to use his hunter powers for evil. Why are you like this, Hwang Dong-soo? So I guess this whole thing killed his murder boner, so he decides to leave. And now I am even more scared of whenever Sung Jin-woo meets Hwang Dong-soo. But I'm also a little hyped because I really want to see this guy get his ass beat, bro. Like, I hate this nigga. However, since things are cooling down outside, things obviously have to heat up inside. We have to keep the equilibrium of the plot. So Kim finally runs into the rest of the team and he sees them having a good time around a campfire, telling stories, laughing, eating food, warm, and he's like, what the fuck? This clothes, this food, how is it all here? So he assumes they packed all this shit, that one of them planned all this and kept it to themselves so that they could share it with their squad. So he starts losing it and goes as far as to threaten them, threaten their lives. So Sung Jin-woo pops in and literally smacks his sense into him. Like, Kim, I get you being mad, but once again, it was your idea to split up. You said split up, gang. Like, this was your fault and now you're mad? You can't be mad. But the main reason why Jin-woo's annoyed right now is because this man led the boss right to them. So Baruka shows up with his squad of ice elves. Now this is when we get some more random plot that adds a lot of mystery to the story. Baruka addresses Sung Jin-woo and Dead says, I know you're not human, so why are you hanging out with these humans? Okay, wait a minute. Hold on, I remember this whole Sung Jin-woo not being human thing popping up before, but it's here again. This is weird. Then he reveals that all monsters have this voice talking in their head, telling them to kill all humans. So they're literally programmed to go after humans. This is when the game theory started popping in, because I was like, is this system and player thing actually meant to show a game-like system? Like, are they really calling Sung Jin-woo a player in this world? Then I was wondering if the humans were NPCs or some shit, but don't worry, I know my theories are wrong. But still, this part really intrigued me because while I did think this is gonna be more on the action side with like little bits of plot sprinkled in there, this was a really cool part to add because I was like, hold up, are these monsters even the bad guys? They don't even really want to hurt Jin-woo. Like, they're just being told to do this shit. Anyway, Jin-woo's curious too, so he's like, where did you guys come from? Who are you? Then Baruka Dead glitches out like Sung Jin-woo gave the wrong response. Then he repeats the same thing he said before. Yeah, so the game theories at this point when I first read the story definitely kept on coming in my mind. Like, I was pretty sure about it at this point. I was like, nah, you're glitching, bro. That don't make any sense. Anyway, Baruka sends his army, then Sung Jin-woo summons his shadow army, everybody loses their shit, and they go at it. Now, though Jin-woo is strong as shit, not gonna hold you, Baruka starts bodying this dude at first. Like, I think at this point, Jin-woo actually cannot 1v1 Baruka. The guy's too strong. And I like that because honestly, Jin-woo was steamrolling through a lot of his problems. And that's cool and all, but like, give him something difficult. Give him an actual obstacle we have to watch him persevere and like climb through, you know? Sung is getting his ass beat, but then Kim Chul gets back up from having the sense knocked into him and tries to attack Sung Jin-woo even though he sees the situation. Like, the boss is right here and you're gonna try to kill the only person who can beat the boss? Like, chill. But Sung Jin-woo saw this coming and he does something that I honestly didn't expect. He kills Kim. And not only does he kill Kim, he then extracts his shadow and names the guy Iron. Now this freaked me out for a lot of reasons. One, I didn't even really think about the fact that he could possibly extract the shadows of humans. Two, I didn't think Sung Jin-woo was about to kill another human in a dungeon. Like, and three, even if I knew that you could take the shadows of humans, I didn't think Sung Jin-woo would have done that shit. Like, I thought that was reaching grounds that he would not touch. Cause you know, extracting the shadow of a beast that you kill is one thing, but this is a human being. You're a human being. Nah, but dude really said, I don't give a fuck. I'm taking this body for myself. I'm gonna make you useful. So with this new general shadow, Iron, him, Igris, and Iron jump the fuck out of Baruka. Baruka tries his best, but he cannot handle the smoke, and ultimately Sung Jin-woo destroys him. And after the win, Iron starts cheering himself and the team on, and they all get hype. Igris is like, bro, what are you doing? And I like this, you know? I like these little moments with the shadows. It gives them a little character. This is one of the reasons why I like some of the shadows more than I like the actual humans in the manhwa. Like, I'm sorry, Igris is above a lot of people in this manhwa. Like, I feel like the only human outside of Sung Jin-woo who's above Igris in my heart is Cha Hae-in. in. But anyway, Sung Jin-woo and the Strike Squad leave the dungeon, and is Precious looking at Baek Yun-ho's face, like just happy to see some of his guildmates alive. But that face immediately gets serious when he sees that his prize hunter, Kim Chol, is not here, as well as a lot of other strong people. My man is really like, the 2 E-rank hunters survived, and my boy Kim Chol is dead? What sense does this make? So he stops Sung Jin-woo and he's like, hey yo, I need some answers, bro. Like, you can't just leave here. Give me my answers. But Jin-woo is not having it, bro. He's like, first off, get your fucking hands off my shoulder. Second off, I saved your people. Me, an E-rank hunter who had nothing to do with your guild. So I'm surprised I haven't heard a thank you yet. Then he leaves with Han Sung-yi to drop her off. And Baek Yun-ho pauses and realizes that he's in the wrong. Bro, this man Jin-woo didn't even meet this dude before. And I'm pretty sure he had a feeling who he was. The Black Air Force is just emanating now, bro. He's grown up so much. But after experiencing that, Baek Yun-ho realizes we need that. That boy by himself carries enough Black Air Force energy for the whole White Tiger Guild. We gotta change the name to the Black Tiger Guild, bro. So he's like, Samin, whatever you gotta do for that boy, you better get him on our squad. Tells the man that he has his full support, and Sangmin is like, see? I knew I wasn't tripping. I told you. But after this, we see the actual reason why Sung Jin-woo disrespected Baek Yun-ho like that. He was mad because he was trying to extract the shadow of Baruka, but it didn't work. And I actually feel him, bro. Like, seeing how strong Baruka was, imagine if he had that just in his arsenal. That shit sucks, bro. I'm sorry, Jin-woo. I'm sorry you couldn't get a new Pokemon. But he did get his dagger, which is still pretty powerful, and it just leaves him to finesse even more. So with that all being done, it's back to raiding with Jin-ho. If you don't remember, Jin-ho and Jin-woo had an agreement where they would do a certain amount of raids together, and in exchange, Jin-ho would give Jin-woo. Poor Jin-ho is so scared and is so sad about the Shadow Army. Scared because he's never seen this before, and sad because at the very least, even though he couldn't do much for the dungeon raids that they did, he could still pick up the drops. He could still loot. Now he can't even do that. There are shadows handling that. And Jin-woo's over here like, why are you mad? You don't have to do any work. I'm doing all the work for you. Isn't this what you want? After this, they have a celebratory dinner, and here Jin-ho reveals that he has a big brother, but his big brother's trash, bro. Ignores him, doesn't talk to him, doesn't do shit with him. So Jin-ho's like, he sees Jin-woo as more of a big brother than his actual big brother. And Jin-woo's like, hey, if you see me as your big brother, I'll see you as my little brother. And this makes Jin-ho so happy. He cries and hugs Jin-woo. He's like, oh my God, you my big bro for life. I love you, all this shit. And I feel like this moment solidifies Jin-ho as being best boy. The kid's so adorable, fam. Like, and he only means well. He only wants good in the world, so I can't hate on him. But because good things are happening over here, you already know the equilibrium is out of balance. But then he gets a call, and the person on the phone mentions Jeju Island. Now in the story, Jeju Island is an island in South Korea that had an S-rank gate or A-rank gate or whatever open up in it. Actually, it was an S-rank gate because this gate was such a big problem that they had to get the strongest hunters they could just to close this gate up. Like, it was multiple S-ranks. Baek Yun-ho went on this Jeju Island mission. But apparently not only on this mission, but on every mission they sent, very few people made it out alive. So the Hunter Association was like, you know what? Fuck it. We can't handle this right now. Just leave the island alone. But looks like this was a mistake because the person on the phone tells Baek that Japan recently found one of these beasts with wings on their shore. So these beasts are evolving, fam. Soon they're gonna be able to fly over to South Korea and bring the smoke to them. I get too much into it now, but once we get into it, you guys will see. But with that, the Red Gate arc comes to a close. I honestly feel like this arc was more like a stepping stone for Sung Jin-woo. You know, it was like more training for him to get him ready for Hwang Dong-soo and also get him used to his new powers. And it was also meant to set up a lot of shit because now we have the Jeju Island arc coming soon. We have like some more information on that. I didn't realize we got like a teaser on that so early. And then there's this humanoid beast that was found in a dungeon in America. That's also crazy sus. We're gonna get more information about him in the next arc actually. And lastly, there was the whole thing with Baruka talking about the voice in his head and how Sung Jin-woo's not a human. And that's gonna lead to even more plot later on. But in the comments below, let me know what you thought about this arc. Like if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you want to see more of the solo leveling experience. And with that, be easy, stay lit, stay healthy out there. Black Lives Matter, and don't forget, you can do whatever the hell you put your mind to. All it takes is practice and time. Peace out, y'all.